It's just before 9 in the evening, and Scotland at this time of the year is kind of amazing because the sun is just coming out through some clouds and I'm squinting slightly. It's like, I don't know, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the winter, that kind of sunshine. I've headed a bit further north because it's the solstice tomorrow, and I just love how light it is and how light it stays all night at this time of the year up north in Scotland. So I was working this afternoon. I'm working again Wednesday afternoon, so I thought I'd use that couple of days in between to just get even more light before it starts to disappear again for the winter, which I don't want to think about yet. I love this time of the year because I just love how light it is. I think it's amazing. I love waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, I never love waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I love when I do wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I glance outside and I'm like, why can I see everything? I just think it's awesome. And I guess I grew up in the south of England, so there's a bit of a difference in how light it is compared to down there. I've just seen that the midges may be coming out, so I might get moving. I haven't put any smidge on yet. If you're not familiar with midges, then you're lucky, except it means you haven't been to Scotland. Then you're unlucky. If you're not familiar with smidge, but you are familiar with midges, you need to buy some smidge. Look at that sky, it's so cool. I'm starting to think that might have to become my catchphrase because I've got a feeling I say that a lot. But I mean, it's really cool. Especially because it's like 9 o'clock in the evening. Scotland's awesome. So I did just climb a hill to get to that sky. And not a very big hill. It carries on down beyond that. But I'm realising that, I lost a lot of fitness through the winter because I had a really bad knee injury last October. And, I wasn't expecting that. That's a really cool shape with the rocks. Anyway, I can't remember what I was saying. Something about, fitness. I was really unfit in my last job, and then last year, like a lot of people in lockdown, I started walking. I think people either went one way or the other. They either stayed at home watching Netflix, drunk too much, ate too much, or they went out for lots of exercise, and I went out for lots of exercise, got a lot fitter, then did my knee in October, and couldn't do much for a couple of months. So, although I've got a lot fitter since I've started living in a van, sometimes I realise that I'm not as fit as I'd like to be, or that my mind thinks I am, so I see little inclines like this, and I decide to run up them, because that sounds like a great idea. And then my legs are usually fine, but my lungs go, what did you just do? For anyone that lives near the equator, the light, this is what happens in the summer up here. I spend a lot of time these days next to rivers for work, doing photography, so I was worried that I was going to start becoming a bit blasé about rivers and waterfalls and stuff because I spend a lot of time looking at them, but I don't think I will because I've just found a totally awesome, completely different one, and I feel like I always will find something different. So let me show you this one. I mean, there's no way you could do water sports on it, but look how cool it is and the shape of the rocks. I'm going to have to go get my proper camera and maybe come up here in the morning and take some photos. Man, that's awesome. I'm trying to establish how best to climb over here. Ooh. Okay, I know I've just worked out where my nephew gets all his sounds that he makes that are totally cool. I might do them too. How cool is this? Oh, sorry, I got the light the wrong way around. I can't really change that. The sun's kind of fixed in place. Just for good measure, because I might not have shown you any for a while. But look, here's some moss. Lots of stuff in it. I think fungi is awesome. Also, look at the way this just comes around the edge of the bark and grows through. And that looks stunning. I knew I shouldn't have left my camera in the car, but I wasn't planning to photograph anything at this time of the evening. After spending the afternoon doing photography, I was going to just go for a walk and film a little bit of me. Ooh, look at these, they're all fluffy. Ooh, they're kind of spiky fluffy. I just saw something else that I like. Look at the shape of these. I found a route down to the little stream. It's like 9:30 now. We've been out exploring and finding cool things, and I have kind of standing in a tree, which is now attached to the tree, which is not that strange for me to stand in a tree. I'm just in awe at the time of the day. This is a little 25 to 10 in the evening update. Oh, I can hear the noisy road down that way. Let's pretend it's not there. So 25 to 10. Part of me wishes it would be like this all year round. Think about how much I could get done when it's light all the time. I do still need sleep. But I do wonder whether I'd appreciate it this much if it was this light all year round. I don't know. I obviously just need to switch hemispheres in the winter. I think Silva and I would fit in well in Argentina, right? They must have it the other way round, the way we do. I don't know how far south Argentina is. I need to go look at a globe. It's 11:30 now, so this is probably going to turn out a bit fuzzy because the light is, it's not quite as bright. But it's still plenty light enough to see what's going on, and I feel like I should be whispering just because it's late in the evening. I've been slamming all my doors. There's no one around, but I've been slamming all my doors, pumping my paddleboard up because I deflated that to be able to drive a bit faster up the A9. So yeah, I feel like I should be whispering. I think the midges may have gone. They were out a little bit earlier, well, quite a bit earlier. I felt itchy thinking about them. They were out while I was trying to pump up my paddleboard, which was great fun. And the moon is out. Oh, has it gone? Oh, there you go. That's not going to come out on camera. This is going to be a nice bright bit. For anyone that's not aware, June is Pride Month. I sort of wanted to say something about this, but didn't really know how to put my thoughts into words on videos, so have gone for the written word instead and written a blog post. I will pop the link below. I hope you will take a moment to read it. For a lot of people around the world, it's not safe to express yourself, to share who you may be attracted to, or what gender you fall in love with, or what gender you perceive yourself to be. It's a tough time for a lot of people out there, and I think it's worth taking a moment to
appreciate how lucky we are with the amount of freedom we have in the UK, but also recognise that things are still really difficult in the UK for a lot of people. We don't live in an equal society. I think trans people especially are having a very hard time at the moment. There's just a lot of anger and hatred out there, which I don't really understand. I don't understand how strangers can be so offended by the way that people live their lives when it's not putting anyone at any harm, at any risk of harm. It's ridiculous, really, in my mind. But I just wanted to take a moment to kind of give thought to the people around the world having the hardest time of it, that can be arrested, locked up for just being who they are, which is not something that we can change. So I just thought maybe we could take a quick moment to, give that some thought.